Welcome. In this video, we are going to go over how to identify the critical values, also known as the critical numbers for this function g of x. The first thing you always want to do is find the first derivative, g prime of x is equal to, and before I find the derivative, we want this because we're going to look at where this derivative is equal to 0 and where it is undefined, and that will give us the critical values. So our first derivative is 3 over 4 times x to the negative 1/4 power. And I'm just applying the product rule, so I subtracted 1 from my exponent here. Minus 2 times 1 over 4 times x to the negative 3/4 power. So g prime of x is equal to 3 over 4 x to the 1/4 power here in the denominator, minus 1 over 2 x to the 3/4 power. So it will help me if I can combine these fractions. That is, find the common denominator. And I know I want to do that because that'll help me figure out where g prime of x is equal to 0. And it will also help me figure out if g prime of x is at all undefined anywhere. So the lowest common denominator looks like it will be 4, since they both have this 2, and then x to the 3/4 power. So I want to make both of these x to the 3/4 power in their denominator. So I'll need a little space here. And I'm going to multiply this one by x to the 1/2 power. So x to the 1/2 power over x to the 1/2 power. And here I'm going to multiply by 2 over 2. And this gives me g prime of x is equal to 3 x to the 1/2 over 4 x to the 3/4 power. If you don't remember how to combine like bases with different exponents, this is a quick review. You just add the exponents, and 1/4 plus 1/2 is 3/4. So from that, we're going to subtract 2 over 4 x to the 3/4 power. So g prime of x is equal to 3 x to the 1/2 power, or root x, minus 2 over 4 x to the 3/4 power. All right, so let's look at where this is 0. And again, those of you watching my videos will notice that I just used the numerator for this first case, because my first step here when I set this equal to 0 is multiply both sides by the denominator, so that will vanish. So for this one, where is 3 root x minus 2 equal to 0? Well, it'll equal 0 when 3 root x equals 2, or root x equals 2/3. That is, x is equal to 4 over 9. Next, where is this first derivative undefined, if anywhere? Well, in that case, let's look at the denominator, since we are looking for anywhere this can be 0. So 4x to the 3/4 power, where is that equal to 0? Well, that'll be equal to 0 wherever x to the 3/4 power, that's not a 4, is equal to 0, or equivalently wherever x is equal to 0. So we have two critical numbers. One we got from finding where the first derivative is 0, and the other one we got by looking at where this first derivative is undefined. So the critical values, aka critical numbers, are x is equal to 4 over 9 and x is equal to 0.